Hello and welcome to the Treasured Page. I'm Melanie and this is our quiet crafting space. Today we're going to have a look at making ephemera holders. I've been using this one and I pull it out quite regularly on the desk when I'm doing my crafts. It's a good go-to and it is something that I've made. So handmade ephemera holders across the junk journaling community on YouTube are not new. It isn't a new idea, but it is based on an old idea. So ephemera holders, original ones, came from, the idea was from stamp collecting albums. So this is the idea here, where you've got the tracing paper, or in this case the vintage glassine paper, that lovely crinkle, will allow you to see through to your stamps, your tickets, your stickers. So that's the idea of what we've got here. It's highly useful to have on the desk, and little pockets that we can create using, if you've got glassine paper, great. If not, I'm using tracing paper or vellum. So that is that idea. Nice and thin. So we're making one with that, so it's that thin. So this folds out and you can see everything. This is all for stickers. I've got all my stickers in here. Pretty much every sticker I own is in here, apart from the few other packs that I may have hidden away. I can't explain it. It's an obsession. So this one then flips out again and again. And I think you've seen this. So I've got a nice big pocket here, or a little one there. And that was just adding it in. But it's one of the first things I made when I started to make extra things to go alongside journals to help me. And when I did that, I didn't make it, well, I thought I made it really well, but over the last couple of years, and to be fair, it has lasted a couple of years, it's peeling up and coming away because I used washi tape without gluing it. So that was my mistake, because I didn't realise that washi tape loses its stick. This is how I did it originally. So junk mail through the door, something like that, and then another one on the other side like that. They're not the same size, unfortunately, but you would hinge it together and then that's how you've got your, and then that would go together. Except when my junk mail came through, it was already like that. It already folded out and that was already one piece. It was just something from the bank. I can't remember what it was, but you get these things through, like this is a holiday one, look, and it does that. So I hang on to them thinking, what could I put there, you know, and I think of all the ideas and then I keep them because they're already there. It's a substrate for which to just decorate, isn't it? And it's already there, and often they're different shapes. Sometimes they're a bit bigger paper than you would normally have in your stash, and it's free paper and it's just something to collage onto. So that's another resource for your junk journaling. If you're just starting out, please don't keep every bit of junk mail, but be discerning with your junk mail, what comes through the door. But look, this is nice. I think we went away somewhere, and then you know, we got the information there. That's a nice little pocket. Well, you could decorate that. So that was that. There's the UK. So I live down here at the bottom, and our story has been up here. Where am I? This is Wales. So the story, these are these scary tweezers that seem to do the stickers. Right, so I live around here, down here on the south coast. This is Wales, and then here is Liverpool. This is where this where the ships would sail out from, and this is Neston about here. So this is where our stories have been coming from. Nowhere near me, never even been there. I used to live in the Midlands for 4 years, so I've been all around here, but I've actually never been to Liverpool. So there we go. Now you know. Good. What we're doing is, so we could either do the one that looks exactly like I've got here. The only thing I will say is that sometimes when I'm getting a little bit quick and I flip, some of these can fly out. So you'd have to be very mindful of your pockets. Actually, this one's not too bad. I think it's this one where I keep losing them. So you have to be a bit careful. You want deeper pockets on the outside that are then going to flip out like that. So, and also, I don't always need that much. So I'm thinking a trifold for me personally might be better today. This is going to be my substrate. I like the card here. It's a nice hammered card. This is obviously why I've kept it, thinking I could do something with it. It doesn't need to be cardstock at all, but it will help with the strength of your project if you're going to be doing an ephemera holder that you want to be a bit of a workhorse on your craft table and using it daily. So what we're going to do here is make an ephemera holder, and what I would like to do is put all the little bits out of all my stash. I'm going to go through it all and put the relevant things in there that are going to be of the theme of my next journal. If you've been following along with the idea of the French linen botanical journal, then I've got I've started a playlist with the information and all the little tutorials and craft along videos going in there. So that's where we're at so far. I've got some nice fabrics, and I might tie it in with this. Also, I found some eco dyed paper, and I was thinking I've got a couple of pages and a couple, you know, that's got a hole in it, and that one's got a little rip in it. So I thought I might swap out some of the scruffier ones and put my eco dyed papers in there. So if you'd like to see the eco dye video, that's in the playlist for paper dyeing. I'll leave the link below. So that's where we're at. So we're going to be tackling this on Friday and over the weekend to put the new journal together. Right, so the other thing you'll need, going back to the original one, is, let's have a measure. This ephemera holder is precisely 8.5 inches. It's 8.5 inches, okay, down. And then this way, it's let's say it's 6, because that it's just sort of a hair's width away from being 6. So 6 by 8.5 is this size, but you could do bigger, smaller. You could do whatever the junk mail dictates. So this one's a fraction smaller than this one, but that doesn't matter. And then I've got this pad, which is, it's like a card, it's a very thick paper, thin cardstock, and there's nice vintage images on there. So I could use that, which is what I did here. I think that one is part of this pad. That's what I did. That's how I made it, using this pad. So when I first wanted to get involved in paper craft or making a journal, I had no clue. So I did the usual. I went out, bought a load of papers, bought an abundance of these things, the 12 by 12 inch papers, and they've been sat on the shelf. I haven't used them, don't use them, can use them. I've learned how to use them and ways in which to get around it, but you don't really need to. You definitely do not need to buy 7 of the things. Don't buy 7 of the things. They were good. It was a good price. This one's nice. This is the good one because it's the vintage one and it's actually quite nice. Whoa, a little bit wild with its patterning, but some of it is lovely, nice muted tones. So I may use that. So when you're looking for some paper, this again is double-sided and it is a card. I don't know if it tells you on the front what it is. 230 GSM acid-free double-sided. It is good. It's lovely. I'm very happy with it. Look at this wooden one. That's really cool. So, yeah, I could make something nice with that. And if you haven't got it, just use your junk mail and build up or get cereal packaging. Just use packaging. What's this? 250 GSM, And what we're saying here to make this is it's going to be 2 of these. So this is what we do. You get your junk mail, right, and then you get your, stick that one on, and stick that one on, and then do the same again, and you're done, sort of. And then all I did was I went round with the washi tape. Well, that was the error because the washi tape peels up. So you need to cut your papers to the size that you would like. And if you would like to have the other one that then folds in and folds in again, that's great. But what I'm having here is I'm going to have pockets, pockets, pockets. And then I shall fold this one in and have a pocket there. But this will just be the plain cover. Well, it'll have the pockets there, but it won't have anything on the outside. Right. I've also found some packaging. This wrapped around something. It's not in the best of condition, but it wrapped around something. So I'm just going to use that. The size of pockets that you'll need from your tracing paper or your vellum is going to be either, well, a combination or a mixture of 3-inch, 2-inch and 1.5. Nothing smaller than 1 inch. You could use 1 inch for stamps. Just be mindful when you're opening it. Stickers and things do fly out, so I'm saying 1.5. So I think 1.5. Let's say that. We're modifying the design here based on my usage and now reporting back that actually 1 inch was a little small. Oh, these are the prompts that I'm going to have a look at. This is from Crafty Planner _Queen, Crafty Planner Queen, and I pulled that off of her Instagram feed where she posted that up and suggested that we all just screenshot it and print it out. Well, I've done that, and there's the prompts for the whole month. I cannot do one every day in the way that I did before, but what I'll do is maybe a roundup of the ones that I like on a weekly basis, and we'll just dip into them. But I like them all. I don't think there's any that I feel too worried about, so you know, we can adapt all of those into the theme. And I might like the blue. Okay. Right, I like the blue. I like the roses. Oh, it's roses. Oh, we're having roses today. All right. I've got my roses and I've got my thing here. Isn't this beautiful? Tuscany, look at that. I think we have to put that one on the list, guys, to go to Tuscany. Look, all the deli, the original, traditional, the cured meats and spices and different things, and the truckles of cheese in the wooden cabinet there, and all the jars of preserves with the jam and the sauce for the pizzas and the pastas, and all the tomatoes hanging, and the wine and the delicious things, and the jars of olive oil. Oh, we need to go here. Look, we need to go here and have a party. We've missed it. 2018, doesn't matter, we can go back in time, that's all right. Oh, we'll go there then. Where's this? Look at it. Oh, look at it. Honey and jam and biscuits. I'm there. Oh, let's have a cup of tea. Wouldn't you just? Family-run farm in Tuscany. Amazing. Right then, let's cover it up and know that it was there. These want cutting down because they're actually a wee bit too big. When you're choosing your papers, see, that's fine because it's this muted colour, which your things, when you put your things in the pockets, you want them to pop off the page. You want to be able to see them. You don't want them to blend in with a, you know, you don't want white. Well, that sort of works, but you lose the edge. You want the impact of the thing that you're dealing with to pop off. So a darker background is actually better for your stickers and your little ephemera pieces. You can see it. That's what I find. You need to be able to see these things quickly. You don't want, this is for time saving in the future. You don't want to be messing about, not being able to see things. So choose a muted background. Don't have it too busy. That's the other thing. If you have it, look, if you have it like this with one of these noisy patterns, that's not so bad. That's something like that. Oh, it's like a magic eye thing. It's confusing. You put a washi tape sticker on it, they sort of get a bit lost. Anything like this sort of, you know, you lose them. You can't see them. So if you go darker, you can see them a bit better. And if you go for something maybe like that colour, that's great. You know, you can really see these things. Ah, straight away I need that flower. Spread my wings and go to Hawaii or wherever that is. You know, you can see it. You need to see it. You would lose it on that one, and anything like that, that would just, it's too much. So this is good. You know, dark blue, that's good. These really pop off the page then. That's what you need. You need to be able to see them. I might have blue inside then, thinking about it. What was I doing? So I'm suggesting to have roses. Oh, that works as well. So we're all right. I can see, that's fine. That's quite nice. You also want it to look pretty. You want to be inspired by it as well. But the blue's a good colour if you've got the navy. That's quite a nice idea. And then you just hinge the two together. So that's what we're doing. So I've got my eco packaging tape here, which is really sticky. It's not a masking tape, it's a proper real sticky tape, and it is paper and it's very, very strong. But you could use plastic tape, but in the interest of being a little bit more sustainable, I have invested or reinvested in eco paper tape, and I'm very impressed with it, I have to say. Really impressed with it. It's very, very strong, and it is just doing exactly what I need it to do, and it looks, for what I want, quite decorative anyway, so I don't mind if a little bit of that peeps through on projects. So I'll do it on the back as well. So just put the bends back in. And it's a simple gluing down of the card now with some good glue. Sure, you just want to make sure you've got a really good seal on your edges. So I'm using Fabri or a 3-in-1. Just need to work reasonably quickly here so that I make sure I get my edges. That's it. Down that goes. That's quite nice, isn't it? So we see the roses as it opens out, and then we've got that like that. So then I'm going to do the other side of it with my blue. Down this goes. Just to the outer edge there, making sure it's all trapped in. Great. I like that. That looks like a vintage exercise book already with that tape down there. So I could just tape it in the same brown and all the way around and be done with it. So the pressure is going to be put on here. So that's why we need to now reinforce that with something. So I'm just going to put some more tape along here now. You can make this as pretty as you want and as decorative as you want. If you are giving this away, you might want to make it more beautiful with more fabric or different lace or embellishments and patterns and things like that. This is just the bare bones of an idea, a very, very straightforward starting point for you to take forward and develop in whichever way feels right for you. I am going to be using this on my desk as a bit of a go-to every day, so I don't want anything hanging off of it or going to get dirty with my inks and things that will be flying around the desk. So I just want this to be able to grab and go, right, what stickers do I need today? And have my selection. And then I shall cover it with something more decorative just to finish it off. Okay, I've got this sort of black Hessian tape. This was something that I got in a haberdashery shop. They had it on a roll. I thought that looked really cool, and it's just sort of, I think that's going to look nice there as a sort of binding, spine binding type idea. And so for that I just need to have that glued down. So this is going to go down there like that. Okay, now the next thing that we want to do is put our pockets in. So we've got the spine for the outside, that's all I'm going to do. I'm quite happy with this brown, so I'm not going to probably worry about that too much. You could put washi tape on the outside if you want to, but I'm going to get the pockets in place. So the next job is to cut those up. Now, if you've got a precision glue such as an art glitter glue or just one of these precision sticks, this is pretty good. This is a good idea to be able to get round. So I think I shall use that. I could use the Fabri-Tac, but I don't think I need that much of strength. You are going to see through because it's vellum, so you need to be a little bit neat, but we're just going to go round doing a nice bead of glue all the way along. One of these corners was rounded. I don't want rounded corners, so I'm making sure that that comes over here where I shall probably trap it in. As long as there's enough space above it for the stickers to fit in, I'm happy. I don't need it all to match up perfectly, but if you do, then you just have to measure that out correctly and make it all how you'd like it. But I think that's everything, so we just want that to stick down, but it's all looking quite smart now. And then because this is going to pull up if we're not careful, I have got to put more tape over there, so I'll just repeat that again, because we know that that works. It's nice and sticky. It'll lock in the vellum, and I just like the vintage feel of that brown paper. With that, it looks like old office book, and then we've got this lovely floral shabby chic on the inside, and I think that's one of my prompts this month here if I'm going to do this. Number 1, so August the 1st was shabby chic. Number 2 is a tea party, August the 2nd. 3rd is modern farmhouse. So we could tie that all in one and do a tag or something, or not worry at all, and we'll just pick these up when the journal's ready. But if anybody would like to do the prompts, we've got shabby chic, tea party, modern farmhouse. I think they're all really nice prompts. And then number 4 is retro summer. So if you want to start making any ephemera for your journal, those are the prompts that you could work with. In the meantime, while we're sort of waiting for the next instalment video of how to do the journal, which will be coming up on Friday or Saturday if you're in Australia and New Zealand. I do realise that you get my videos obviously later. We can't do much about that, I'm afraid. That's just the way the times zones are. but as long as you get the information, that's the main thing, isn't it? And yes, we've had a few internet, not any problem my end. I upload them when I'm supposed to, and then they just take forever processing on the videos. So it's just a bit of a, it's just a learning curve as well. So we just have to work with what we've got. The other thing is, I upload my videos in HD, so if you've got HD capability or settings, you should be able to watch the videos in HD format, so that would be nice. You'll be able to see things nice and clearly. The only thing is when they upload, it uploads it in a lower resolution first, just to get the video out there to the world, and then it seems to take quite a while before it's uploaded the HD version. So if you do want to look back at any of my videos and now watch them in HD, they're all up there in HD, but if you've been watching them as soon as they come out, you're probably watching them in a low quality. So there's nothing I can do about that. That's just the way YouTube does it. It's just nice to know that the videos are up there in a better quality. If there's something you particularly want to see again, you might see it in a nicer detail, which is obviously nicer when we're dealing with something to do with art and crafts. We want to see it in the best possible quality and detail that we can, so we can understand what's being shown. That's my view on it anyway, because yes, I had a look, one went up and I had a look to see, and I was sort of quite disappointed at the quality of it. I thought, oh, I filmed that on a really, I really made sure that I'd filmed that in a nice way, and then it wasn't coming across, so I thought, oh, that's annoying. But then the next day I checked it and it was perfectly fine and looked really good. So that just wants to sit under a stack of books and allow itself to settle into its creases. But, well, that's pretty good actually. So we're just tidy up here. Now with the other one, I went round all the edges, which I think is a good thing to do. Yeah, so I think this is just the way forward, girls, because the washi tape is beautiful, but beautiful for about 2 months, and then if you're using this regularly, it starts to come away. That there, fold that back and cut it at the, cut it there. I just don't want to put any more strain on my join if I don't have to. Right, now I can glue this back down. Okay. We just finish that, squash that all down, and then if I want anything decorative, I've got some sort of washi tape that I'm gonna just finish that off down there to be stuck fast. And then weigh it down. And then by all means, once you've got your packaging paper in, then go decorate with the washi tape, but you'll have to really glue that down. In fact, that's quite nice, isn't it? You have to glue it down with a good glue. Get the glue over the top of where you're about to go, down the bottom there, and we're just on the final stretch here. Super duper. All right, here it is, my little ephemera holder. I've gone round with the washi tape, I've put it down with the Fabri tack. It is going nowhere. That is nice and secure. We need a glue that we can trust. Front and back, we've got the spine on, it all looks nice. It's dark, so you can't see any joins particularly. I'm very pleased with it. As a junk journal, it looks quite smart, it's all just made of our scrappy bits. So inside we've got our pockets here, 2 on there, then we've got over here all the pockets in there. I've got 3 on each, so these are a bit deeper than how I had them before, but that's good because I know that they can fall out, so I'm hoping that the depth there will be great. I've got a bit of glue there. I mean, you can't see it, but I can. And a good thing to invest, a very peculiar thing, is a glue eraser if you're not familiar with that. And then you can just remove the glue, particularly if it's a silicone glue, and then you just can give a nice finish to everything. That's it then, that's everything done. Boom, boom. Start getting excited about putting the ephemera in. I think I might just want something on the front to embellish it. I did find this sticker. I think that's quite nice. The other thing that's quite nice is it's not overly feminine. It's not a light colour. It does look sort of quite officey, and if it weren't for the gold trim just to pretty it up there with the botanical image, or you know, the roses, it could be something, a style that you could make for a man in your life as a gift, particularly if they're into collecting stickers or stamps or commemorative something or other, you know, something that's papery that they might want to collect, because it's and you could have a series of them, or make it so they could put their special cards that they might have collected over the years, something, you know, labels of some brewery, I don't know, whatever men like to collect, weird stuff. You never know. It's just a lovely idea, I think, in the navy blue, in that lovely indigo blue. I'm going to ink round this ticket. I'm using this weather wood again. I do like it, and now it will work very well with this. So that's a nice edge. I'm just going to stick that down, I think. I could write on it what it is, but I know what it is. It's for me, isn't it? It's going to be ephemera, so I might want to put this one on as well. I might like to offset it a bit. Just come down about there. Is that straight? Can't see. No. Sorry, you know when you just got to get right over the top of a project to see what you're doing, and I'm doing it away from myself. Well, that's as good as it's going to get. Okay, and then I've got this one as well. Little label stickers I acquired about 18 months ago, and I still use them. But this is a bit of a nod to what might be inside, I think. That's nice, isn't it? So yes, it does look quite officey, in my opinion. What do we think? Can't really go wrong with a butterfly, can you? Unless it's down there. Up there. I don't like the white edge. Let's fussy cut that out a bit. These are, I can't tell you where I got them from. Well, they were in the UK, and they were in a craft shop called The Works, I believe. So they were a seasonal thing, not something I can give you a link for, because I think they will have sold out. I bought them a long time ago, a pack of them. I didn't like them at first with all the gold on them, but they do seem to just highlight a project now and again. And I got some quite large butterflies as well with the pack, so I have used them, even though I didn't think that they were any good. I sort of thought, well, that's junk, we'll put that in the junk journal, and then sort of made myself use these things and fell in love with them. It's funny how that goes. You sort of think you don't like something, and then once you start using it, you think, oh, actually, that could look good if I do that to it. And I think that's part of junk journaling, isn't it? You just look at something and you try and repurpose it into a different way, and before you know where you are. I can't get to my brown ink, I can't see it, so we're having to go with this by default really, this blue-grey, but it's beautiful, so that's all right. And it ties in with this lovely indigo blue. I want to get hold of some of that new Tim Holtz Uncharted Mariner colour, definitely. I'm very pleased he's brought out a dark blue. We just didn't have one in the range, and I buy a lot of his inks. And another ink range that I would like to buy when I can find it more readily available is the Stamperia. They seem to have been bringing out a range of water reactive inks. So you might be listening to me talking about all the Tim Holtz inks. I'm not sponsored or anything. I just find that the water reactive inks are excellent, but I have noticed that Stamperia are bringing out a range. So if that's something that you see, go for it. They look good. Good colours, I think. But the Distress inks do come up with a lovely vintage colour palette that I like to work with. Oh, wow. There we are. Well, there you are. I hope that that is what you were after when you were asking about an ephemera holder. For those of you that have written in wondering where I got it or how I came about it, it's like that. That's how I did it. Only this one is a trifold and this one was the quad. But arguably, when you flick it open, you can start losing things on this side. And it's rather large as well. I mean, it looks like you have more than you actually do, because it sort of displays it. But that's brilliant. You know, that's exactly what we want when we're trying to do the journaling and we just want a sticker or a label. In here, I keep my labels that I cut out from people's digital kits, various different ones, such as that. I think that's beautiful, but I can never normally find them. So I love these Tracy Fox's botanical definitions. So we might want some of those, and then of course her little labels. So this could be the sort of the label section, and we could just play about with our things that, you know, didn't previously either know you had or couldn't find them. And now we can. Now we can find them, we can grab them. So if we're doing a botanical, I probably won't want as much as this mine, but even so, I should probably carry on using it, because that's good, isn't it? That one, I should have used that for Betty. So Betty was probably going to feature in the next journal as well, because it's all going to be set in that area, I think, because we've got I don't want to go over old ground again, but I think a couple of tags would be in order, don't you? So yeah, we just fill it up, and maybe we want nature over here. Oh, look, that goes up there. Oh, pretty. I've got these. These are from KLEEBLATTCREATIONS on Etsy. I will leave the link below. I absolutely adore her labels. They are all botanical, or a lot of them are. She's a lovely artist. I follow her on Instagram. Oh, and the other thing I'll probably be using is the Field Notes from Tim Holtz. I've got the Field Notes stamp set, and I've also got Field Notes what have I got? I've got Field Notes little pack of stickery things, snippets, the little like this, so things that say specimen and stuff like that, but they're too small to put in here, so I shall be probably using those as well. So those are the digital kits, and then we probably want some stickers in there as well. And then it's all great, isn't it? Oh, lovely. Okay, guys, well, you can see how that will all come together, and you can play about with your own organisation of how you'd like to arrange your things. There we go. So if you want to follow along with what we're doing here over this month of building a journal and having the challenge of putting it together in a certain way, making a soft cover journal and all that entails, building up the pages, using some prompts here from the Crafty Planner Queen, and so we've got shabby chic, tea party, modern farmhouse. Number 4 is retro summer. Number 5 is lace and layers, so we might like to do that one. And international travel, yes please, where should we go? Let's have a think on that one. And architecture, absolutely, that sounds great. And butterfly effect, well, I talk about that all the time, butterfly effect, rippling our kindness and our creativity around the world. So yes, let's carry on with that, girls. And I hope, and boys, and I hope that you have found fun and value here. Remember to hydrate, stretch, do your craft room chair yoga, and get the blood flowing as we go into the next phase, which is building our awesome journals together. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of the week. I will be back on Friday. We'll do the coffee pot challenge, and we'll weave in some fun things to incorporate some of the bits that I've just read out on the prompts that will end up in the journal, and we will be making the journal properly over the weekend. So I will give you more up-to-date info on Friday of how we are going to tackle that, with things that you can do ahead of time so we can assemble it and then crack on and enjoy it. Okay, so in the meantime, above everything else, just slow down and make crafting time for you. Bye bye now.